The Layer's a hard place to live. Real hard. Ain't no soft landing nowhere in it. Smiling at you like it already know your name, already in the room when you walk in. That's the slings and arrows, you don't hear them fly, you just feel that sting and wonder where it came from. Whole layer wrapped in dark mystery. Old magic in the walls. Wizards whispering deals they don't keep. Dragons watching from the shadows, counting bodies like loose change. Succubus love looks sweet at first, then you wake up lighter than you went to sleep. Hard tax, soul pawn. It's war out here. Quiet war. Betrayal wears silk and smile real nice. Same cats break bread with you. Be the one selling your name 2 streets over. This whole thing a stone cold trip, baby. No fair fights, no refunds. So whatever shield you walk around with, it better be battle tested. Not shiny. Not shiny. Not fresh out the armory, I'm talking chipped paint. Bent edges. Blood you couldn't wash off even if you tried. Cause the Layer don't care how fly you look in your armor. They care what's still holding when the smoke drifts off. If you still here tomorrow, still breathing, still standing on your square, then yeah, you's a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
Layer.
All in the name of love. All in the name of something beautiful. All in the name of love. Background. We want to mess with the music. How do you spell?
Uh, we want this right here. Let me see your tongue ring, baby. We'll get rid of this here for this. Okay. Let's get it popping. Somebody said something. I don't give a damn about it, so we're not gonna repeat it. I'm gonna get some of the old school. Take this off here. So it'll fall. We'll get us a little bit of lubricant. Just a little bit. Okay. We're gonna start right here. The very, there we go. Full scream him out. Bring him to the forefront. Make sure we got playback speed right. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Shania Bryant, a spiritual life coach. I hold credentials in the field of psychology. My purpose is to assist individuals and serve them so that they can get in contact with their emotions and begin their process of healing. I look forward to planting positive seeds in all individuals I come in contact with.
She tripled down on it. No, I'm not getting rid of the DR. And I'm not talking about the Dominican Republic. She's your spiritual life coach and doctor. What Sherelle said the other day. Because she pretty, y'all let her cosplay a doctor.
I don't know what Jeray's doing with his kids, but I know what the expert says. And I'm going to go with the expert. Even if, and to me, that's what makes it so dangerous. If you as a private citizen want to be like, I whoop my kid's ass, I will tell you all the reasons why that's wrong. I'll tell you all the reasons why that's fucked up. But in order...
Okay player. Giving you true notes since 1987. That would be Mark Lamont Hill talking to Toure, who Dr. Cheyenne Bryant said was a B word.
Can make a decision. I'm talking about me as host. The audience can make a decision about who they want to trust. But by enhancing your credentials, the audience is being invited to trust her and not you. And that for me is the scary part.
I mean, yes, it's entirely different than Dr. Dre. We have never turned to Dr. Dre for medical advice. I mean, to pretend to be a doctor.
I will say I have
to me, when he does his voice right here, because Toure don't normally sound like this, it's given Sir Lord ADS. It's given clocking and did.
Turn to chronic at times for cataracts, and it's,
you know what I mean? But like to fucking turn to say you're a doctor and not be a doctor and then act like one. That's extremely dangerous. And on top of what you said, I believe that the training actually does matter. And clearly, if you don't have the credential, then you haven't done the training. And you may be able to do some of the work that a therapist could do. But when you start getting into the more complicated things, that people who really need help, you are not trained to help those people. But they think they are talking to somebody who is trained. That is extremely dangerous. For those individuals.
What she is saying is that she's not going to let a weak man, because she called you a weak man like you, tell her about herself. is giving Lord ADS is giving Tracy Ellis Ross. Clock it. And did.
And the fact that nobody has raised their hand and say, she harmed me, that like, so what? That person may exist. They may already be in a lawyer's office. They may not realize
people starting to come forward. I'll just leave it there. Some people are starting to come forward. I think next week you'll hear more about that. I don't know what's true and what's not, so I don't want to put anything out there, but you're starting to hear things from people. And I agree, training matters. Training matters, even if you don't think it matters, because sometimes training matters when something goes wrong, not when it goes right.
Yeah.
So yeah, 6 months out of 10, you can give great advice, and then something's going to happen where you can't, and you're not prepared.
They're saying that this woman, her right there, the one when we first saw her looked ashy. They saying that she's some fine, and because she's some fine, she looks so good, we let her cosplay a doctor. What's all them credentials behind her?
That's why I believe in expertise.
The danger of Sister Cheyenne.
And I believe that man that's talking is Jamal Bryant, who has just as much scandal behind his name.
Bryant, not Dr. Sister Cheyenne Bryant, is that it pulls us back further because we already had suspicion.
Look at the jacket though. Look at the gold though. The jacket has a Black Panther print on it. There's some Panthers on that jacket. Black tie, wide button-down shirt. Look at the gold. Look at the frames on the glasses. He got that munyon for the funyuns.
We already had a pregnant pause, and we already had overwhelming trepidation as to whether or not medical mental health was appropriate for us.
She code switches. So yes, she scammed the Black community, but let's just be clear. She also scammed outside of the Black community.
A shout out to this sister. I look at her, every now and then. Curated Legacy Media. Nika C. I can't pronounce that last name.
I think for me, when I saw on her YouTube channel that she was featured on The Doctors, the show, The Doctors, where they feature real doctors who give medical advice and mental health advice. When I saw that she was featured on this show some years ago, it let me know how far she went with this thing. And so I think she knew that there's no way that she can reach the levels of success and celebrity that she wants unless she attaches doctor to herself. And so her beauty did help, but I think her beauty mixed with the title further helped her. Cheyenne Bryant is an extremely competitive woman, and she found a loophole. She found a loophole that she exploited to the detriment of folks with mental health issues, possible issues with psychosis. And it's like, who does that? Who exploits the most vulnerable of people? Because to be clear, even though she did work with vulnerable populations, as I showed in my...
Most scammers take advantage of vulnerable people. What they say, a sucker's born every day, right? A fool and his money soon shall part, right?
Last video, that was never her goal, is to stay there. I think she started there working with vulnerable populations. I think her goal is to always work with celebrities, but celebrities are also people. Celebrities also have issues. And so essentially her goal is and was to work with people who need therapy and who have issues, perhaps psychological issues, emotional issues. And it is just so sad to think about and so dangerous the way she played with this thing. When I worked at the university, I actually had a student who jumped off a bridge, and that didn't have anything to do with me, but I remember all my notes and interactions that I had with the student got audited, and rightfully so, because everyone was just...
Who really cares? What was my show called the other day? Concerned. Save the children. Ain't nobody safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. what's the boy name? G-Eazy. It ain't safe.
Trying to figure out what happened. And although I had only met the student once or twice, but it just goes to show that you never know what you're dealing with and who you're dealing with and what they're going to do. Now, mind you, this was not a clinical position. I was an academic advisor.
What's going on, Truth? We finna chop it up a little bit. They've been talking smack on the Knight's name. Yet I still tell them, I'm willing to do the work. I'm willing to work out a little sign. We can have a good conversation if you just listen to me. Look at that. Look at that. Let's show some love to some people. Some appreciation. Why don't we? I think this would be a perfect one for the Freaknik joint.
Thank you for the money, cheese, fatty the dough, Gouda, scratch, Skrilla, paper.
Now I need Deucey, if this is the person who sent me, to write inside the little message that this is Deucey, because the name that's in here I'm not gonna say. If this was you, Deucey, thank you to Deucey for the Cash App. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I was about to say this other name. There's another guy in these YouTube streets that got that name. But if that was Deucey, thank you to Deucey for the Cash App. I appreciate it. Because as you said on the other channel, you support lots of folks. Let's get back to the whole Cheyenne Bryant.
I was teaching. So again, the student's decision to do that had nothing to do with me, but she's dealing with very vulnerable people. And like I said, even if they're celebrities, they're still vulnerable. Ray J is one of her clients. Ray J is on her roster. I mean, we all see that. I mean, his mental health has been questioned quite a bit. And so someone said in the comment section in my last video, what if someone had harmed themselves after seeing her? Imagine if we found out what she did about lying about her doctorate after someone had harmed themselves. So this is incredibly dangerous. And
now Ray J right now is on streaming with Adrian Broner, Dean the Great, and our good brother from Texas, Sauce Walker. They calling themselves Crash Out Boys. Ray J is a crash out. Sauce Walker is a crash out. Dean is a crash out. And Adrian Broner is a crash out. Even when Ray J went and did that fight, he don't got no squabble in him. Yet he got in the ring with somebody that could lump him up and put him on his pockets.
One of the reasons why I keep coming back and keep talking to you all about this is because in my family, mental illness is prominent in my family. Mental health is something that I am an advocate for. My mom and I, we have a children's book about mental illness. My father had schizophrenia. My brother had schizophrenia. I have family members with various different.
Okay, so maybe that wasn't Deucey. So let me say the name that I saw. Thank you to Keon for the support. Appreciate you, Keon.
Psychiatric disorders, bipolar and so forth. So I see the severity in what she did and what she's continuing to do. To be clear, she has not apologized. She has never admitted to doing anything wrong. In fact, she is in the process of doubling down on her decision to lie about being a doctor.
I want to ask you this. What career mistakes did you make early in your career that helped you become who you are now?
I love that question because I am a strong advocate of authenticity. So the biggest mistake I made when I first came out as an MFT, which is a marriage, family, and child therapist, like 10 years ago, I became either one. I started to dress like an MFT. I started to walk and talk like an MFT. And then I just had an awakening at the aha moment. Like, wait a minute, what is an MFT? I'm an MFT. I have my master's in MFT. I'm treating people as a therapist. So I have the title, I have the skill, I have the training and the clientele as an MFT, which means that whoever I am at my core, my authentic self, that's what an MFT is. When I got my doctorate, thank God I had that self-awareness early on, because I was able to enter my Dr. Bryant brand in my authentic self. So I went from trying to be this other person on the red carpet, sometimes on pictures or my book, to I be the woman who would dress sexy and still risque.
And I'm not trying to be offensive or nothing. Fine is a thing, y'all. Good looking is a thing, y'all. That lady is average. That lady is a 7 who's beating up her face, as they say. She not ugly, but she not fine. Respectfully. And I'm a fat old balding man with fucked up cheeks.
Because that's who I was before I got these titles.
Her reach expanded beyond the Black community, but her services, to my knowledge, stayed within the Black community. And so because of that, because she probably is not servicing a lot of people of other races, probably not a lot of white people, again, I think that she exploited a lack of perhaps knowledge. And it just kind of reminds me of Michael Jackson when he was alive and he was asked about his surgeries, and he would, deny them. And he would say like, oh, come on, I only had like 2 or 3 surgeries. I mean, what are people talking about? This is ridiculous that people keep accusing me of having surgery. And, and then because he's famous.
That nose, that skin, that hair, Micah. That's what James Brown called him. Micah, you had more than 2 or 3 surgeries, brother. You had a lot of transformations.
Because he's Michael Jackson, he has all the money and he has the talent. People just kind of let it slide. Oh, it's just Michael. That's just him. And I feel like that was how Cheyenne Bryant was treated and viewed. It's like, oh, she's beautiful. No, we know she's lying, but just let her go ahead and just keep lying. It's not a big deal. And again, that's incredibly dangerous to allow a person to play in your face like that and to play with the Black community like that. And on top of it, not to take any accountability, not to apologize, not to admit fault, not to admit harm. And we see the things that some of the crazy things that she says when she's being interviewed. We see what she says publicly. The question is, if she's saying all of that sexual stuff and all that crazy stuff publicly, what is she saying in private? If you will say absolutely absurd things to a pastor on a podcast, on a public podcast, if you will.
But that pastor, Jamal Bryant, who really cares? Save the babies. War is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. We know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. What's going on? Ooh, na 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 na. Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, na 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 na. We got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Picket signs.
Talk sexually, even if it's Jamal Bryant, in public on a podcast. What are you saying in private? What are you doing in your private sessions?
My other issues is how she treats Black men. And it's just horrible to me. And I don't think that given the space that they're in, right, where they are in society, the the Black woman as a therapist, our job is
don't punish me with brutality. Come on, talk to me so you can see what's going on. Ooh. Right on, brother, right on. Na 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 na. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Na na na. Cheyenne says she a doctor. She's Ray J's doctor. She Offset doctor. War is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Picket signs, picket lines. Don't punish me with brutality. Come on, talk to me so you can see what's going on. What's going on? Ooh. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Where the scissors? Where is the scissors? Damn it. We gonna kick it today. Have a little fun for some money. I don't got no big goals. $50 a show. $50 a show. I don't ask for a lot. The brother doubled down. Let's give him the other side of the game. Let's see. That would be this one.
Thank you for the money. Cheese, Betty, the dough. Buddha, scratch, Skrilla, paper.
Thank you for the money, cheese, Fetty, the dough, Gouda, scratch, Skrilla. Again, to Keon. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Let's get back to this sister.
to build, not to tear down, not to publicly humiliate, because all we'll be doing is the exact same thing they deal with on a daily basis. Just my issue with her teaching. And the only way she can work in her field, if she didn't get her degree, but also because of the school's accreditation, they lost their American Psychological Association.
Now, I believe the school was called Argosy University Online. They lost their accreditation, but the name of the school is Argosy University Online.
They were not accredited for it. Some of their schools were, but not all of them. And by the time I found out about it, I was damn near done with school. And there was nothing I could really do about it, but I still had an option of going in other directions, right? My master's is in clinical psychology, just like my doctorate is. So I could still be a therapist, right? Under that line as a licensed marriage and family therapist. But if you didn't get your master's, then all she can do is life coaching. But she still has more of a educational structure than other life coaches because they don't have that kind of education. That is what I will give to her, because I do know she did go to school because she went with me. We were together, but what I don't know is if she graduated or not. I can't say that, but what I will tell you is I got my transcripts last year. So when she's saying she couldn't get it, and she lied, because I got my shit. I needed them. You know what I'm saying?
I got that fucking window open, and every 2 seconds I'm seeing a damn gnat. Yeah. I'm just joshing. It's hilarious.
So again, There are elements to what she says are a lot of lies, but truthfully, right, it's a whole lot more to this goddamn story, and that's real, right? At the end of the day. My pet peeve with her then and still today is that she doesn't listen. She just responds. And it tells you that the person that is supposed to be healing is not healed themselves. And that's when we do worse to other people.
Something about many people wondering.
The person that's talking about healing is not healed themselves. It reminds me of The Sopranos. You know, James Gandolfini played Tony Soprano on The Sopranos show. And he used to go to a therapist that had a therapist. I would think after you listen to all that wild stuff, you might need a therapist. Tyler Perry addresses Dr. Cheyenne Bryant degree drama at a Hollywood Unlocked Awards. This administration is taking degrees from us. Madea in man clothes is saying that the society, this administration, so it's Trump's fault that Cheyenne ain't a doctor.
Worried about a degree, and that's trending. But what is not trending is what this administration is doing by taking degrees from so many of us. So as I think about this, I'm just like, we've got to do something and come together.
There's one trend that you want to see retired in 2026.
Black people trying to cancel black people. I think that is disgusting. I think it's sick. I think that it's a representation of jealousy and enviousness. I think that it's for folks who believe in God, it is not Christ-like. I think it creates a deeper division between us. There's bigger things that we can get together and cancel that can benefit us collectively, and those things are not each other. That people shift.
There are bigger things. There are bigger things that we could cancel. Even though she may cancel, but there are bigger things that we can cancel other than each other. Goodness gracious. Let me see. We want to take that down and move on with the conversation. Creative Solutions is probably on somebody else's panel, somebody else's chat. She just come over here and say stuff. I don't like that. I think I'm gonna have smoke with Creative. Damn it. And you were supposed to be my friend. Told you, y'all, watch the way you use that friend word. Friends. How many of us have them? Friends, ones you can depend on. Friends. How many of us have them? Let's be. I'll just take this whole thing. I don't know what it is. We'll just take the whole blah, blah, blah copy. Put it in the description because that's a news channel. It's not on YouTube. So we'll just take the whole little woo-wop. There's an H. Derbia. Food news, Ice Cube. Okay, there we go. There go the wooty wop right there. That's it. P8. Let me make sure. Oh, it ain't there no more. Yeah, P8, that's it. Okay. Let's go on over here. See what's happening with Ice Cube. What Cube got going on? Talking to Pierce Morgan. Let me see. Full screen him up. Let me. Here we go. Let's talk about it.
And I'm joined now by Ice Cube. Ice Cube, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you.
It's good to be here.
Bona fide legend.
Oh, thank you.
You like being called a legend?
It's cool. You know, it's cool. It's interesting because I'm still, here, and I still feel like I got so much to do. So it's nice.
You were born O'Shea Jackson. Who actually calls you O'Shea?
My mom, my pops, my wife, my brothers and sisters sometimes, but mostly everybody call me Cube.
Is O'Shea different to Cube?
Yeah.
In what way?
O'Shea's my real name, and when I hear that, I'm either looking for my family or a check. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna call me O'Shea? Hope you got a check. And Cube is what my friends been calling me since I was 12 years old.
Let me ask you this. There's been a lot of stuff about the state of the world, about the state of America. Where do you see things right now?
I think people are very polarized in all kind of ways. People are afraid to speak out because of the cancel culture that we have today. So I just think, people are afraid and they're running to their corners, In
a way, it is a cancel culture. It behaves like that.
It does, because it makes not only the person that's getting canceled, they're trying to shut them up, but anybody's watching now, they shut up because they say, if it can happen to this guy, it can happen to me. So by smashing somebody who says something that you might not like and canceling them, it actually reverberates throughout the whole community, and everybody now is watching what they say all the time.
What's the answer to this? Because I think it's crazy that in a democracy like the United States, like the United Kingdom, that people are too frightened to speak their mind, to say what they think. What do we do about this?
I think you say what you want to say, and to hell with the consequences.
Nope. Change some legislation. Not to hell with the no. Change some legislation. Free up some stuff. That's what Trump and Elon Musk came in saying. They finna take all these restraints away and eliminate cancel culture. And when you're on Twitter, you can do your thing. Somebody said I was a moron because I said I believe in freedom of speech, that the worst speech should be given. And I said the worst speech should be given because people will tell on themselves if you allow them to. They'll tell you that they hate black people. They'll tell you that they want to beat women and keep them in the kitchen barefoot. They'll tell you that they want little kids and boys. Let them speak, though. Stop shutting them up. And I don't give a damn what you think about it. Let them folks talk. I like overt everything. I don't want nothing to be hidden in the dark. Keep it all funky. At the end of the day, the taste in your mouth will taste like beef stroganoff.
You got to be willing to fight for your rights and fight for what you believe in. And if you're a person who believes in freedom of speech, you have to fight and say what you feel and let the chips fall where they may, and stand on that. And, it may not be an easy road, but I think you feel better about yourself when you say what needs to be said at the time it needs to be said, and not afterwards where you go home and think, I should have said this when that guy was there, or when I was there, I should have said that and I didn't. That haunts you more.
You can definitely say what the hell you like on this show. It's called Uncensored for a reason.
Well, that's why I'm here, man. That's
You've always been uncensored. Let me ask you this. Is America more racist or less racist than when you were a kid?
Damn, McAfee, what is that? Play video after commercial.
I think it's pretty much the same because it's institutionalized, and the institution takes on different faces, so to speak. But I don't know if racism in the financial sector has gotten any better. We still have a hard time getting capital when we need it. We still have a hard time having that access to those currency streams that's out there, and so it affects us in the same way. In 1865. Black people own maybe 1 or 2% of America, and I believe we're still in that same place.
Is that right?
Yeah,
it's barely changed.
Barely changed. In some ways, it's gotten worse. I mean, worse, but it's gotten worse. I think the Corner Commission did something in 1968 about the poverty in America and how it affects all the people, and we're worse than we were in 1968.
The last rapper I interviewed in this very studio was Kanye West.
Yeah.
You've had a wobbly relationship with him, but you're back on track. I read that you saw him, in fact, a few days ago.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. I mean, we were always cool. You know, he spoke my name without really explaining what he meant, and I just really couldn't leave that statement out there without, he never explained what he meant, and so I had to, kind of rebut that. But since then, we've talked, and I think Ye understands that generalizing will always get you in more hot water than being very specific. Because
I haven't really seen much of him since I interviewed him. He's kind of disappeared. I mean, how is he? How's he dealing with what's happened to him?
And my thing with that commercial right there is them as the pros is making that commercial. That man head is on top of the box, on side of the box, on the other side of the box. He got like 12 fingers. They didn't catch that? And somebody got paid for that? I want to be your virtual assistants, people.
I believe he's doing great. He's still, dealing with some people trying to hold on to his money. But for the most part, I believe he's in a good space. I think he's, learned a lot from this past year, and hopefully he'll come out better on the other side.
When you saw some of the crazier things he was saying, the anti-Semitic statements he was making, what did you feel as someone who knew him well? What did you feel about that?
I felt that if he was really upset with specific people, that the message he was saying would kind of hijack what he's really upset about, and that's.
Let me see some right quick. I done found the distraction. No Chaser, can you do me a favor, brother? Time out King Picks for 5 minutes for coming in talking to only Deucey. Like he don't see you, he don't see me. Time him out for 5 minutes. Let him rest in his pronouns. I don't know what they are. For 5 minutes, please. I appreciate it. Thank you, No Chaser. Coming here, don't say hello to me. Don't say what's going on with No Chaser. How dare you, sir?
That's kind of what happened. You just can't generalize. You have to be specific, especially if you're talking about anybody, any race of people. You have to be specific on who exactly you're talking about.
Still about the music industry. Huge amount of attention being given to artificial intelligence now.
Yeah.
Clearly has awesome power, not least to replicate how people like you would make music. What do you feel about that?
I think it's terrible. I think it's going to make people lazier, less creative. Could you imagine if an actor, like if I decided not to do a sequel and the movie company said, we have the rights to your likeness. Right. We're going to put you in the sequel, whether you want to be or not, because we have the right to. So now they use AI to put Ice Cube in a movie I don't want to be in, saying things I don't want to say and doing things I wouldn't do. So to me, that's terrible. Or taking an artist that's passed away and having them do a new song with lyrics that they may not agree with. It's just, it's a slippery slope that it will hurt us more than it will help us.
Is there a benefit that you can see where you could use AI to enhance what you do?
I mean, we use, automation here and there to help advance and make us sound better. But, once you take the paintbrush out of the painter's hand, is it really a painting from him,
Right. Well, it's an interesting question, isn't it? Is it? I mean, I don't know.
Like if somebody does an Ice Cube AI song, how could it be an Ice Cube song? It's an artificial, it's like a mannequin or a puppet, or, that's how I look at it. It's not real.
Do you think it's going to kill us all, artificial intelligence? I interviewed Professor Stephen Hawking before he died. And I said, what's the biggest threat to mankind? He said, when artificial intelligence.
I keep trying to catch it. Okay, there it is. It's froze. He got fingers on top of the box, He got fingers on the side of the box. He got fingers under the bottom of the box. And somebody got paid for that, y'all. Ugh. Just let me be. Don't wake me up.
Self-design. That's it.
Yeah, I think it's already figuring us out in a lot of different ways. I've heard that it's learn how to lie.
Yeah.
This is the in every science fiction movie, this is the beginning of the end.
Yes,
yeah, definitely.
If you knew it was about to end, what would you do on your last day? You got 24 hours to live.
Hug my family, love them, explain to them how much I care about them, pray to my maker, and prepare myself to meet them.
Would you have a last meal?
Probably so.
Yeah. What would you have?
Everything I could stuff in my mouth.
You don't worry about dieting, right?
Yeah. I'll be probably sick off everything on that day.
You turned down a $9 million movie role in 2021 because you wouldn't take the COVID vaccine. It was being mandated in Hollywood at the time. Any regrets? It's a lot of money.
Not at all. Not one regret.
You know my thought when I heard that story? You must be even richer than I think you are.
I mean, everybody can use $9 million. I don't care how rich they think they are. Everybody can use that money. I could have used that money. My family could have used that money. But I felt like, your health is worth more than all the money in the world. Because if you had all the money in the world and you wasn't healthy, you would use that money to get healthy. So to me, it was an experimental drug. Vaccinated. I've been vaccinated when pretty much most of the side effects.
I mean, ultimately, I felt about COVID vaccines that once it was established against what they initially thought, that you could still transmit the virus, whether you were vaccinated or not, to me, it becomes a personal choice. Then it's down to you.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, the pharmaceutical companies made a lot of money. Businesses closed. It's like an incentive, even when things are not going right, to keep going. It's kind of like the war machine. If you make the bullets and the Band-Aids, you're going to always want to be in war because it's profitable.
Have you worked out who you're going to vote for next year?
No.
It's what we would call in Britain a Hobson's choice.
What's that mean?
It means it doesn't matter which way you go, you're going to get screwed. I mean,
wow.
Joe Biden looks like he barely knows what day it is. Donald Trump might be in a prison.
Life is just a game. We all just the same. What's that? That's the time. That's Morris Day. What song is that though? It's not 777-9311. It's not. Oh no, that ain't even the time. That's probably Prince himself. Oh, just the same. Oh, that's Controversy. Yeah, that's Prince himself. That's not the time. Controversy. Yeah, that's Controversy. We're gonna move on forward from Ice Cube. Shout out to Ice Cube. Salute. We're gonna move over to the Hebrew Israelite. Let's talk and listen to him for a moment. And I always sing over here the whole 4 years I've been here. I'm not asking that of you. Can we make it last? Or do whatever needs to be done? 'Cause I need somebody to stand by me. Trusting woman, she will always be right there for me. Summer days, everybody loves them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain?
Final point right here. Look up. What? You call me a boy? Brother. My boy.
Man, get the fuck away from me. I'm not shaking.
Make Christians vegan. Look,
I'm not your boy, and I'm not a boy.
Captain Tazoriak from ISUPK. Hebrew Israelite of the General Yohana.
What's the number one killer of black people in America?
Abortion.
Salt.
Huh?
Abortion.
I don't disagree with that. So then what's the second most killer?
I don't know. Because I know when we talk about, I think there's like 48 million like
Hi, CJ Brooks. Nice to have you here, ma'am.
people and unaliving. I don't know the exact percentage.
Okay.
I know the propaganda makes it that way, but I would say probably maybe heart failure or diabetes or
There you go.
Health issues, which would go back to being a servant of sin. Because if we kept the dietary law, we wouldn't have as much diabetic and health issues if we would stop eating pork and shrimp and crab and lobster.
Yeah.
Because that'll lead to them fat feet and all that swelling up and gout and all that shit like that.
Well, what I would extend is that yes, it's heart disease is the number one killer, and eating flesh in general is the leading card. No, here we go. That's why I'm here to talk to you, brother. So listen.
Hey, what does Paul call vegans?
Weak men eat only vegetables. Who's he talking? Hey, who's he talking to? Who's he talking to? James the Just, the brother of Christ.
No, not, I would say
who never ate flesh from birth, wholly from his mother's womb, never eaten flesh, according to 5+ church fathers, 100%.
But the church fathers come hundreds of years later, man.
Huh? But they're all this is from Hegesippus. No, this is from Hegesippus the Nazarene. Hegesippus the Nazarene in the 1st century declares that James the Just, the brother of the Lord, was wholly from his mother's womb, never eating flesh, meaning Mary taught him to eat that way. He was set apart wholly from his mother's womb. So now look, you said Christianity. This is what I'm getting at. You can laugh all you want, but
I'm not laughing.
I'm going to make everybody mad. Listen,
okay. It's like
okay,
poor
look.
white man. It's like
no,
that.
listen.
Like
Christianity. You use the word Christianity. I would agree with you. Hey, look, I would agree with you that the Christianity that we've seen play out over the last couple thousand years does have some really bad violence, really bad slavery, all of that. But let's go to the first instance of the word Christian ever used.
Acts 11 and 26.
No, sir, it's not. It's Pliny the Younger in 111 AD. Acts is, biblical scholars agree 100% Acts is written in the 2nd century. The completed work of Acts is written in the 2nd century.
When you say the completed works of Acts, right? I would disagree because from my history, the New Testament was completed before the 1st century was over.
Yeah, well,
when you talk about circulation, then that's where you have the argument. And then sometimes they argue over Revelations, they argue over 2 Peter's, they argue over a couple of the books. But it was completed before. So when you say 2nd century, that would be a lie.
Okay, well, we're going to disagree on
and
that.
And then what they're talking about in Acts predates, you said Pliny, I think I heard the name before.
Pliny the Younger.
Pliny the Younger. Well, what he's talking about, and what's talked about in Acts predates.
Right, but let me put, because I think you're going to like part of the description, probably not all of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the first secular
You're
witness.
Weird. You strike me as a surfer dude. That's why
I do like the surf. Hey, bro, Jesus, it says the Spirit hovered over the
hippie, right?
The Spirit hovered over the surface of the waters. No, I don't. No, I don't. So check it out. The first instance of the word Christian in secular record, which actually biblical historians can trust more,
right?
Because it's secular record. It says that they were meeting in homes, that they were singing hymns, that since they came to town, since they came,
you did that, man. Good, I'm listening.
Since they came to town, the temple sacrifices and meat from animals wasn't being sold anymore. And it said after their meeting and swearing to each other, not to do some crime, but to not do crimes, that is to not steal, commit adultery, murder the 10 commandments, they would meet together and eat innocent and harmless food. Are you listening to me?
I hear.
I'm trying to.
Never think I'm ignoring you. I've been doing this a long time.
I'm trying to share because here's the thing. I come from the South. I was a big time barbecue, and I got off that because we had a pastor that got us off the. You eat pork?
Oh my goodness. When we were in elementary school, the teacher would ask for your undivided attention. Focus on her. Look at her or him. I don't have to look at you to hear you. I'm listening to what's being said. That's some narcissistic stuff. Almost every white man that's came on here to say the N-word that's talked to me, number one conversation is that they're smarter. I'm smarter than you. I thought smart people want to be around smart people.
Barbecue ain't just pork, man.
Okay, you eat barbecue. Okay, so listen.
What is wrong?
I grew up. Well, no, where I'm from.
That's y'all white meat. That's not my white meat.
I'm admitting it to you. I was on that pork. I was eating pork butt. It's nasty. It's nasty. So look, this is my argument.
What gets you, man?
This is my argument that the slavery that you're talking about is what you picking up between here and there and putting in your mouth and killing you. That's the slavery, and it ain't just pork and dirty food. It's all of it. So and we can go back to the Nazarenes. We can go back to the Christianity.
So are you saying God was wrong
about what
meats we can eat?
No, God was correct in Genesis 1:29. He gave herb bearing
that's
seed
not what
and
I
fruits
asked
for
you. That's not what I asked you.
Then what did you ask me?
Was God wrong with telling us the meats we can eat?
You're talking about the Levitical laws.
Well, if there was clean animals before the Levitical laws, then that means there was animals you can eat.
No,
Genesis,
Noah didn't eat animals until after the flood,
Genesis,
according to the Bible.
That's not true.
But look,
what were the clean animals that Noah brought into the ark?
How about you answer me first? Is God's ideal not fruit-bearing seed and herbs-bearing seed in Genesis 1:29? Yes or no? Yes or no? Is that God's ideal?
I'm gonna say yes or no and expound. Fair enough.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, because there is no law on plants. That's why. There is a law on meats because of the digestive system of the meats. The reason why pork is like in the law, the clean animals are animals that chew the cud. So what's the difference between a cow and a pig? A cow has multiple stomachs.
I've been through this.
So a cow has multiple stomachs. So it chews the cud by digesting its food multiple times, whereas the pig just takes it right into its stomach. So that's what makes the pig unlawful and the cow lawful. So before the Levitical law, Noah put 7 of every clean animal on the ark because there was animals that they ate before the flood. So again, my question stands, was God wrong creating meats to eat?
God didn't create meats to eat. Genesis 1:29. So Genesis 1:29 is God's ideal. You just agreed to it.
I hate talking to people sometimes because I said plants, there is no law. There is no law on what plants you can eat or not eat.
Of course not, because it's the original design. It's the default settings, bro.
If Noah had clean animals to put on the ark, the purpose of clean is what you can eat. The purpose of unclean is what you cannot eat.
But listen, bro.
See how you saying? But listen, but
I'll break it down for you.
What was the purpose of the clean animals during Noah's time?
We have to have a discussion about the sources of the Torah, first of all, because let me tell you something.
So we ain't got to have a source of the Torah for Genesis 1, but now we got to have a source of the Torah for Genesis 7. It's just 7 chapters over.
But you're just saying words. I got proof. Okay. So look, remember what I said. The Nazarenes are documented not eating flesh or doing sacrifices.
I'm not talking about that. What I'm trying to get
here's why. You know why?
You're telling me that God did not create the law in Leviticus, the 11th chapter of clean and unclean. So
I'm not telling you.
So I say fine.
Yeah,
I say Noah, when Noah put 7 clean animals, 7 of every clean animal, what was the purpose of those clean animals? I'm looking for an answer.
Jeremiah said,
I'm not talking about Jeremiah.
The lying pen of the scribes has falsified the Torah.
We shouldn't listen to Genesis 1 either. Like when you start saying, first of all, when Jeremiah say the lying of the pen, he's not talking about the Torah. He's talking about what the Jews of the leadership of that time was doing. You can see the same thing during Christ's time when they had the custom of wash your hands before you eat. And then Christ said, you'll have this custom of your tradition, but the tradition of honor your mother and father you won't do. So if you're going to use Jeremiah falsely and say that means the scribes corrupted the word, then you can't use nothing in the Bible, because what you're now doing is you're picking and choosing. So when I bring up Noah, you're going to say, well, that's the scribe messed
I
up.
just used Jeremiah because Jeremiah said,
no, you ain't listening to what I'm saying.
No, because he said God never commanded sacrifices or burnt offerings when he brought you out of Egypt.
But if you're using that the pen of the scribes mean that they falsified the scriptures,
the animal killing, So
why only the animal killing?
It's easy to see if you let me lay it out. You let me lay it out. Okay. So So in Genesis, look, first,
Paul said, "One who is weak eateth herbs." That's you.
Yeah, I know. And Paul was also Edomite, and you follow Edomite.
He was not an Edomite.
100%. He was a Herodian,
like Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. Romans 11:1. If God cast away his people, God forbid. For I am an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin.
Paul was a kinsman to Herodian.
No, he was not.
King Herod. Yes, he was. How did he get Roman citizenship? Why are the guards pulling him out of conflict?
Anybody can have Roman citizenship if you live and born in Rome.
What I'm saying is, you're appealing to Paul's words.
Why do you think they got ICE out here? Because you got to be born in America. If you're born in America, you have American citizenship.
But he's an Edomite, and
he's not an Edomite.
But you're following the devil according to you.
Says he's an Edomite. Book chapter verse that says it, because they thought he was an Egyptian.
Josephus, the Jewish historian at the time of Jesus, has Shaul in the line of Agrippa. Shaul gets Roman citizenship.
To show me book chapter verse.
That's a book chapter verse.
That's not a book chapter verse. Josephus, if I was to believe what you say, because I don't, Josephus is not the Bible.
But Josephus,
so if the Bible, if Paul says he's an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, but you're saying another source is trying to say he was an Edomite, I'm going to believe the Bible over you.
But he says Herodian, my kinsman.
Herodian, when you go in Romans 16, right?
Yeah, my relative.
Yeah, but that's not. No, it's not. When you actually look that up, when you actually look that up in the Greek, it'll tell you that that's just the name of a person. Yes, it is. When they call Simon a Canaanite, is Simon a Canaanite?
No.
Why do they call him a Canaanite?
He could have been mixed on. Look,
no, because the word Canaanite means zealot. So words have different meanings. So a Canaanite could be an actual Canaanite, or it could be zealot. So calling somebody by that doesn't mean that Paul is now an Edomite. They call Caleb the Kenizzite,
but
even though he's an Israelite.
It's this proof texting thing. He says that he also has Roman citizenship. They protect
having
him.
Roman citizenship because the line
he's
of King Agrippa
Tarsus,
right?
But
he's
no,
Tarsus,
it's because the line of King Agrippa of Agrippa.
He's from Tarsus, right?
Supposedly,
I think it's Acts 21 and 37. It says, no, yeah, Paul said.
Look, what I'm getting to right here. Just give me one more second. Is you're out here talking about?
Yeah, biblical battle. A biblical battle based on faith. So to that man with the red hair, his hat on backwards, he knows better than you. And to you, you know better than him. And what they say, most wars are fought behind religion, politics, and somebody messing with your wife.
Can I shoot you straight really quick?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Because I want to lay all this information out. I know some
we
people
ain't
are
got
probably
time to
smirking
lay
and
out
laughing.
this Egyptian-
But at the end of the day, you're looking at everybody, and you're
Acts
talking.
21, I'm
You're
sorry.
talking about how so-called black people have been enslaved by white people, and the Christian religion has been forced to them. I just showed you a proof where the Christians didn't even enslave other animals. They got rid of the temple sacrifices and ate only innocent, harmless food. That's the first reference of Christianity. The Nazarenes, the same thing. The Nazarenes, the Nazarenes were killed by the Jews in Bar Kokhba because they wouldn't join the war.
So
they were
for him
completely
saying Paul was
nonviolent
an Edomite,
pacifists.
I just
But
wanna
what
read
you're
Acts
doing,
21.
listen, what I want to show that you're doing
What am I
is
doing?
you're sitting here saying and talking about the oppression,
Mhm.
but do you know 90 billion animals are killed every year so that you can eat your
That's what they was
food
made
that's
for.
killing you? No, they're not.
This
No,
is
no. Genesis.
What is the
1:20.
purpose of a cow if you can't eat it?
What
is the purpose of a cow if you can't eat it?
We learned about God
What
through
is the purpose of,
observing
give
His
me the
creation.
purpose of the
God
so,
can't
so the cow was
Jesus-
created to observe.
Okay, now that you're rhetoric. You're
That's what
rhetoric.
you're telling me. The cow
Rhetoric.
was- no milk,
Rhetoric. Look.
no beef.
Huh? Yeah.
It was made to look at that cow.
Well, it's
graze.
killing you.
He got
It's the
multiple
number-
stomach, boy. He digests
Red
that food
red
real
meat-
good,
red
man.
meat.
And we got to take care of the cow too.
It ain't just
We
pork.
got to make sure the cow can graze.
Brother, it ain't just
Listen,
pork
Acts
that's killing
20,
you.
let me just- I didn't say nothing about pork. Acts 21.
It's the red
you know
meat
what the
too.
purpose of the pig? The pig is a garbage disposal.
I understand.
You wouldn't even need street sweepers. You take 5 hungry pigs, send them down the street, they would clean up everything.
No. The purpose.
Let me just read this because
the
you said Paul
purpose
was
of
an
animals.
Edomite. 'Cause you got to go. Let me read it. Acts 38, Acts 21 and 38. Art not thou that Egyptian which before these days made us an uproar and led us out in the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers. So they already thought he was an Egyptian. Verse 39. But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew, not an Edomite, of Tarsus, a city in Cilicia.
Judea
a
was
city
infiltrated
of
by
no
Edomites. What are you
mean
talking
city.
about?
But it was very specific. Like we know King Herod, we know he was an Edomite.
Yeah, and
so if there was,
and Paul is a
it's no
kinsman
reason,
to Herod.
It's
Yes.
no reason to hide.
Look, I know you're not
what
listening. Everybody listening, look it up.
listen to
Paul is an
everything
Edomite.
that you
Paul is
say.
an
I know
Edomite, and he told you.
Beef too, but he eat pork. I'm pretty sure he eat pork. I know.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm speaking to everybody here. Look, you mean
right? You eat pork? Yeah.
But look, brother, it's the number one. It's the number one
You gonna
killer of
call
Black
you
America.
brother? That's your brother?
Yeah.
Man, bro, that's crazy work.
Yeah. My final point is this. Look at this, right?
Crazy work.
This is my final point right here. Look up, boy.
Did you call me a boy?
Brother, my boy.
Man, get the fuck away from me. I'm not shaking.
Make Christians vegan. Look,
I'm not your boy, and I'm not a boy. I ain't calling nobody a boy up here.
I'm sorry.
You're not gonna call me no boy.
That's just the way I talk to my friends.
Nah,
It came
but we're
out.
not friends either.
Okay, how do we?
Nothing
How do
in this conversation that said we was friends.
Okay,
nothing.
I understand, but yeah, it is all
Look,
love. I didn't mean.
don't save him. He called me a boy. You trying to save him? That's the mice.
Look, here's my problem. Can I? One last thing.
You're the mice, man. Don't worry. I'm gonna free you. I'm gonna free your mind. I'm telling you. No, man, you got to go now.
No. One last thing. I don't have. I didn't mean the. I'm gonna apologize for
cool
boy.
with
I didn't mean for it to come off that way.
Yeah, we can go to the next one, Sean.
My little brother.
Thank you. Nope. Thank you. Get your ass up out of here, man.
Hey, slow down, Swifty. Before you start watching this video, make sure you thumb up that video.
Well, that's
Make
the
sure
end of that part. Boy, that was Michael Evans' favorite thing he used to say to Florida Evidence. Mama, boy is a racist term. I used to watch something called Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple Black. She's a little girl. She had Mr. Bojangles on there. She would call him boy. Hey, boy. A little girl calling a grown man boy. Then she started doing tours with, I think they call it the RSO. When you go perform for the troops. She did that for a lot of years. Is it RSO? What is it? I forget right now. But yeah, she used to go out and talk to the troops. Shirley Temple Black. So this is the wrong thing. Let's go ahead and get that the F up out of here. We want to put the link to we just talking about Captain Cesariak. Oh, we got another long link. 1-5. And then here this one says 1-5. So the link's already there. Okay, let's move forward. I'm going to go to another controversial individual that goes by the name Whack 100. Move around a little bit. A very dangerous. Up on a Tuesday. Up on a Tuesday. That says his name. 1 second, y'all. Let's get this fidget out. Share. Stop. How did I get there? Okay, so that's that. That's what I want right here. Do I do what you do when I do my love to you, baby? Yes, I got some honey kisses for your lips.
Of my clothes.
Oh, wow.
I didn't kiss her.
Yes, it did. That day. Yes.
Well, within the first, listen, the time it took for me to show her around the studio, first of all, I had never seen her in person, but on FaceTime, right?
Right.
So, you know, I had the studio rigged up. So when I see her on the camera, I'm like, first thing, I'm like, who is that? And I know she's on the way. So when I went to buzz her in, I'm a gentleman. I let her walk by. You know what's going on. I'm back checking.
What's going on?
And I'm like, damn. Usually it's like, all right, it's a little less than I thought it was. But this was way more than I thought it was.
Oh my goodness.
So now the 1 hour trip around the studio I would have ordinarily spent showing people around, having them turning on music and listen to music. It got expedited to 12 minutes. Within 12 minutes, I done showed her 2-3 rooms. I done showed her all parts of the studio. Now let me show you my office.
Oh my goodness.
And I didn't do no sitting down when I got in the office.
Yeah.
So it was love at first sight.
Huh?
It was love at first sight.
Love at first sight, first bite, first whatever. It went down raw.
Oh my goodness.
And then I'm gonna be honest, I ghosted him after that.
I can't believe
We
you
have
no
a similar
faster.
story though.
You got it. You got it.
What did Ja Rule say?
You got it. You won.
Wait, hold on, Heather.
Oh no.
What did Ja Rule say?
What did he say?
Christian women are the
Oh, my
freakiest women out of all the religions.
This is a
Lord
fact.
Jesus.
This is a fact.
Why you think the pastors do what they do?
Yeah, exactly. We have kind of a similar story. We fell in love at first sight too.
Yeah, we did.
And we got it cracking too the first time.
Where y'all was at? Don't tell me after party.
We was on tour with Lil Wayne.
Tiger.
Yeah. And then boom, I told her to come because she lived in Dallas. I'm like, man, I'm in Dallas. And then like you said, like you did, I'm like, come look at this tour bus.
And we have been talking on the
You
phone.
see what I'm saying?
That tour bus gets you every time.
So what we could agree to is we had a little groupie in both of ours. We used a little
Oh.
tour bus studio.
Oh, studio.
Tour bus.
Something in common.
Now I want to know what happened on the tour bus.
Oh, well, man, she got on that tour bus. I mean,
The back room or the
but
bus?
see, we was already talking just like y'all.
Okay.
So we was already talking. She said she dodged me for 9 months. She dodged me for 6. And I
Gotcha.
finally caught up to her. When I caught up to her, boom, I'm like, oh yeah, it's going down for
Did
her.
she
forever.
bring any of her friends with her?
She was solo.
That's how you know.
Solo.
I always ride solo.
Me
No.
too.
Yeah.
Solo,
It's the best
solo.
way.
It is.
Y'all
be happy.
came solo because you was hoping we was the dogs. And we had that dog in us. When women want to make sure don't nothing happen too fast, too quick,
They
y'all
bring a friend.
friends.
Okay.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
But I don't know, so they ducking us, baby.
What?
Did it happen on the tour bus?
Did it happen?
Tour bus was popping. Tour bus was popping. Tour bus was
Heather?
popping.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it didn't happen that first night. It almost did.
My face was in the cheeks though.
Yeah, but it didn't happen
But
fully.
she didn't let me. She didn't
So
let
you
me go
got-
all the way crazy.
So you performed on her and got shut
I
down.
almost did. She didn't even want to let me do it.
What?
Yes,
And then
I'm
like a
90%
couple
there.
weeks
She's like,
after.
no, I can't, no. But it's going, no, I can't.
It starts off that way.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's all good, baby.
I ain't gonna lie, I went all the way solid dad on her.
Yeah, I ghosted him afterwards.
I went
though.
all the way
did.
solid
I was
dad on
like-
Why you
I was-
ghost him?
Because I was so afraid. I'm like, oh my God.
No, what you was- no,
I'm like,
listen.
he's gonna take my whole soul. He's gonna take me through so many things. I'm gonna lose focus. I'm gonna be distracted.
You
And
will.
he did all that.
Solid
He
dad.
did.
Here,
You lost focus.
I did.
Here to the
he was,
neck.
he was my whole focus after that.
one hand on the belt, with the pull, spin around, jeans down, one leg off only, 2 legs gets too
And guess
complicated.
what? He was on Clubhouse the whole time. Like the Clubhouse was playing in the background.
This is on the table.
And then right after,
I figured it was great theme
it was so
music.
crazy. It was crazy. I was like, oh my God.
That's scary.
Forearm
And they don't know the relationship lady is in there with Wack doing it. Go
Forearm.
crazy.
Yeah.
to the top of the chest, softly lay down on a nice couch. Whoop,
Oh my God.
hit the knees, concrete, gobbled her up.
And then you
On Paru. Y'all know Wack's favorite thing. on Paru. Look at Chocolate Earth Foundation. How are you, Chocolate? King Pix is back. Take that and I don't know Mexican gay Pix. Take that. Okay, I get it now. I think we're going to give you an award for being flat milk, spoiled milk. Deucey, buy a rinse. Matter of fact, Deucey, I'll give you a deal since you've been supporting the channel tonight. Give me $20, I'll give you a big wrench. I give you a big wrench that'll last for the end of this month and next month. Next month of July, August. Yeah, I'll give you a wrench until August. Send me $20. Big wrench. On Paru.
Gave her some money.
I'm gonna tell you when I knew I was doing a great job. I'm gonna tell you when I knew I was doing a great job, T-Rail.
Yeah.
Is when I didn't have to raise up her little blouse. She did that on her own.
Oh, he loved
That's a
you.
good sign.
What made you take her serious instead of just having fun?
You know what? I was coming out of a situation of 30 years that I pretty much trained and taught, right? So in my head, I'm about to hit the scene and I'm just going to spread my wings that I had never been free from 14 to 44. But listening to her talk and learning her, I saw a she me. The hustle, the wisdom, the struggles.
Listen to her and talking to her. I saw a she me. That's foreplay, players. That's foreplay. He don't believe nothing he's saying right now. He just trying to say all the right things.
Being on her own at a young age, figuring it out, you know what I mean? And it was kind of like everything I thought I had just lost, I hit the jackpot and gained plus.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then, you know, usually, all right, the physical ain't all the way there, but the mind and the hustle that we're gonna make this work. I had gained, I had just picked up something I never had.
Oh,
So at that point,
so sweet.
I'm still not understanding. She didn't counsel people. So she hit me with the coldest manipulation I've ever experienced. You know what she did? She said, baby, I'm with everything you with, right? So I'm thinking, I didn't hit the jackpot. So what she did was, you know how we trying to get to somebody, how we'd take that L to get in there, to get our man? She allowed me to be so comfortable, I exposed everything. Everything.
Yes.
Everything. And she went along with it long enough to figure it all out and then put me in the trick bag to where, all right, now.
Maybe y'all not watching it. Maybe I need to clip it up to get to, you know, the juicy points and put out there. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. I be having great shows, y'all. Great. Go back and look at them. They great. I did an interview the other day with Savage. Great. I know y'all can pick and choose, but just look at my work. Before I go to sleep, before I get too wild, look at my work. It's undeniable.
And I know who you are and what you into and everything you're doing. I guess I ain't enough. But by this time, I'm beyond sprung, or not enough. I'm like, listen, they don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. I can do without that. I can't do without you. But I didn't realize that my mind, when it's exposed to something that it never had, now you don't want to lose it. We had all the other shit come and go, but now I'm attached to something that I don't want to let go. So now you gonna change or you gonna risk it?
Is she the same girl you was with when you had your ass in the air laying on that bed in that hotel room?
No, we wasn't together yet.
Oh my God.
But I never had my ass in
I was
there.
just about to say
your ass in there, nigga.
No, I
I
didn't.
was just out of there.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah, I know what you're talking
I
about.
like bets.
But
Yeah.
And we can let the women go look at the photo. We can put 2,500 that my ass went in there.
Your ass was in there. You was laying on your stomach.
Okay.
And
Hold
what
on,
you doing?
Heather.
This nigga crazy.
Heather, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
R&B.
Mhm.
If you're laying on your stomach and your man tell you, I want to hit it doggy style, you have to do what with your ass?
Man, get the fuck out
Put
of
it in
here,
the
man.
air.
I ain't trying to hear
If
that.
you're laying on your stomach, I don't know about you. Do you sleep with pajamas?
First of all, you
I
was
don't
laying on your
sleep
stomach on Clubhouse again. What's wrong with you?
I mean, bro, I'm
She ain't never
multitask.
seen me laying on my stomach on my phone, ass on nigga.
Your woman ain't never seen you laying on your stomach,
Yes,
ass
I
on
have.
On my phone? Ass on nigga.
Yes.
When?
Keep it real, Heather.
See, they be lying.
So you seen my ass?
You be lying, bro.
Keep it real. You be forgetting.
Your woman never lotion
I'm
your body?
sure you've been on your phone laying on your stomach.
Laying on your stomach. Now, he gonna cold think about listen, he gonna cold think about it, Terrell.
Come on, man.
Terrell, listen. You laying on your stomach on your phone.
Yeah.
Multitasking is a little different for me because
I got one hand.
there you go.
I got
You
one hand.
chose.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I sleep naked with my woman. I don't wear nothing.
You a big nigga, that's why.
No, nigga, because I gets it popping all throughout the night.
You
Nigga,
said this before.
I gets it all throughout the night. Ain't no, I gotta come out some drawers or some pajamas.
You take sex pills?
No. Nigga, do you see what I
you don't
got?
drink or smoke. I think that plays a major role.
Oh, yeah,
for sure.
it does.
Yeah, I don't, she'll tell you.
It does.
So you
It
wear
plays a
pajamas
big
Oh,
and shit? You wear jammies?
Yeah, I wear my drawers.
No, I don't do none of that.
My
A nigga
t-shirt.
come to my
I
house.
would get offended if he got in the bed and some
You can't stop the rain. The only thing I have on when I'm asleep is a t-shirt. I've never slept in underwear. Always just a t-shirt. And when I was younger, tank tops. Tank tops and t-shirts. And I prefer V-neck t-shirts. I don't really like crew necks like that. So V-necks or tank tops is what I was wearing. No draws. And I never ever liked da-dun-da-duns. I've always liked boxer briefs. I don't like regular boxers because they cut you in the middle. I don't like da-dun-da-duns because they just uncomfortable, period. I like boxer briefs. Loose boxer briefs.
underwear.
You would get offended?
Absolutely.
I don't
Like,
allow
what
her
you
to
doing?
wear nothing.
How long y'all been together?
4 years.
I don't allow
4
her to wear
years.
nothing. It's been like that day. Ain't no nothing.
I love getting
Adam
cozy in
and
my
Eve, this is the
pajamas.
birthday suit.
Yeah,
I love
you
seeing
make
her
me crazy.
pajamas. I'd be like, oh, she looks
No,
good in her
that's
pajamas,
doing the.
boy.
That's like maybe like up until about 6:37.
Yeah.
That's the mental stimulation for you to want to tell her to take that stuff off.
She ripping it off regardless.
But in our case, we have kids that just run in our room at all
Okay,
times
yeah.
in the middle of the, so
We
we
don't
have
have
to
that.
be,
Yeah.
so we have to be covered.
I
a little
can't
bit.
walk around with the, you know what I mean? No, man. My baby is
No,
like,
in my
what are you
room.
doing?
Yeah, we don't, not around the house.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
both
just in
our
your room,
kids
yeah.
is 12 and 18 is at the
Yeah.
house. So we don't have it. They in their own world. And I got
Oh,
a
yeah.
large property.
They gone.
Boys, yeah. They,
On the
they-
property gone.
literally.
All right, let me ask you all this because we was talking about this right in the beginning, man. Wack, you're used to being the loudest voice in the room. Does that carry on into your relationship? And then we're gonna let her answer.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, you talk, but then we're gonna let her answer after you didn't finish your long ass conversation.
I'm the loudest voice until she wants the voice.
Mhm.
She from Greenville, Mississippi. She used to go to the party hops, as they call
It's
it.
called a record hop.
Record
A
hops.
record hop.
Record hop.
So what I'm telling you is, it's just like you, right? I see you today. But if you get mad or irritated, it's a whole nother conversation that can come out your mouth, right? With her, she knows how to match my energy. And when she starts to match it, I don't challenge it. I just pipe it down.
I guess that's cool. You don't want to match energy with your woman. You want to listen to her. You want to let her know that, what she has to say is important. I should be doing like 6-hour, 12-hour streams. I don't know what I'm doing. I want to start right there though. I want to say to the 10 people that rocked out with me, Deucey, I mess with you.
We'll shut this motherfucker down.
That's all, folks.